Lambeau is set to kick off.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 38-yard line. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
First down.
He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script, because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Nyheim Hines.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
It's caught on the right side at Smith. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
From the gun, Winston. He's going to rifle one, and this is taken in at the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And that one makes it 14-7.
Is good. Makes the score Vikings 14, Browns 7.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's Devin White, the linebacker. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
brings up 2nd and 10.
Flushed out right. Looking deep for Hilton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Winston. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And this carries into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Working out of the gun, Winston. Smith catches left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
By the Vikings.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to win.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyrell Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. DeAndre Carter back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Off play action. Harden. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Pass incomplete on the deep ball. 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Devin White with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
And it's 4th down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. And that seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
He was given 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Touchdown, Minnesota.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Browns 7.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Winston now to throw on first down. Short throw to Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51, not here.
To the air again with Winston. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, Winston. That's complete to Mooney. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And this will be caught by Mooney.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up?
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 4-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Brings up third down.
He'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
58's the ball. 58. 18.
They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, he's going up top. He's got a man. Complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Eluding the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Quick throw here to Hilton. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Browns 7-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Gold to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Vikings 42, Browns 7. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Jameis now on first down. Samuel bringing in the slant. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. First down, Winston. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Gabriel Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
Josh Lambo set to kick off.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Down Vikings.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
58, come on. 58, come on. I know he ain't got it. 60
He'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.Y. Hilton in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? It'll be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Second half will start with a run by Sanders, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Another run with Sanders. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Miles Sanders.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready? 54, Mike. Flip. Switch it.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The open man is Smith. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go.
Jameis to throw it. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Winston airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, Winston. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. From the gun, Winston. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the 2nd half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Wilson snags it left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. 58 is Mike. Let's go, D. And 58 is a
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 6th touchdown of the season. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Vikings 56, Browns 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 3, triple team. Let's put him on.
Now a second down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
On second and 9, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
They'll take over first and
What a
10.
nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking deep for Hilton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. Second and 10. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
3-yard loss on the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They're able to locate Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
First and 10.
On first down, Sanders. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now here is another interception. It's David Arnett picking it off. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Set up. Hiking, 18. 58, right there. 18, rattling. 18, rattling. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike. Watch the pass.
On play action, they'll throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 2nd down.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They're going to look to throw. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
The ball carrier.
That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's get it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and it's 3rd and short.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Winston on 3rd and 2. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. To the air again with Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 70, Browns 14. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
There's the ball carrier.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And my goodness, another interception. It's Damon Arnett picking it off. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Shaquille Barrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Winston escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Blocked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. That's going to be caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah, college, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll swing this complete out to Hill, and he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's 2nd down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this will be caught by Mooney. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Here's Winston. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
They're going to try for it on 4th. Winston stays out there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
84.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing.